Hey guys, welcome back to The Reach. Today is 3/24/21. I've got my comic book review, two top three I think you should probably pick up this week, in my opinion. A couple skip-its, things you should probably skip if you don't want to spend the money on something. And I've got the Spec books that I've picked up this week. We'll go over why I picked them up, how I got them, and all that kind of stuff. Stay tuned. Okay, let's dive right in with this week's pickups. This is going to be my top three. I'll have a couple honorable mentions. Starting off right now with Haha number 3. I can't remember if this is the main cover or if this is a variant cover. I think it might be the main cover. Haha is a great title if you're not reading it. Each week or each issue is really good. I keep waiting for one to kind of disappoint me, and I'll tell you why. Is because I wasn't really interested in the premise to begin with. I just happened to pick it up. Not really a clown kind of guy. I guess it wasn't that appealing to me, but each one, it kind of reminds me of what's Ice Cream Man, where each one is kind of an individual story. This one's about mimes. I thought it would kind of annoy me, but it didn't. It's a good, solid story, kind of dark. So Haha number 3, that's one of my top 3. This is Stray Dogs number 2. This would be my pick of the week if I were to say I had one. That's the horror story. I think that is at a Pet Cemetery. I think they do a different horror movie each week, a different kind of a cover. That's the Pet Cemetery cover. Anyway, Stray Dogs. Another one I didn't think I would like. It's dark as hell. It's a really good story. It looks like it's drawn like a 90s, like Lady and the Tramp, a Disney thing, but it's not that kind of story. It's an interesting premise. I like the direction they went with the art and then the very dark story. It's a good story. Everybody I know that's reading this likes it, and a couple of them are people who I wouldn't think typically like, kind of like myself. It's not something you would have thought, let's pick up this book about dogs that looks like it's drawn like Lady and the Tramp, but it's a dark story. It's really good. I'd pick it up. And the top 3 pick for this week, again ending it out, is Batman Superman. This has some spec value. It has, I think it's the first appearance of Spider Lady, Dr. Adam, and the Unknown Wizard, and it's just good. If somebody would have told me a week or so ago that Superman Batman or Batman Superman would have made my top 3, I'd tell you you're crazy. Usually this is a skip it. It's just, I don't know, not to throw anything under the bus, but like a U.S. agent or this recent Taskmaster run, just something that I don't even know why it'd get made, but this is really good. It's set in alternate timelines alternate universes, and it's ran, I should take it out, but I don't want to make this video any longer. The Superman story runs across the top in like what would appear to be like a film strip, and it reads as its own story, and then on the bottom half is a Batman story that's got the same kind of film strip, like the film reels, and it reads as its own story, and they kind of come together at the end, and they're both good stories. It's pretty cool. You should pick it up. I really recommend it. And then I got a few honorable mentions. Batman Detective, or Detective Comics Batman. It's a first appearance of a Robin, I think. Not a bad storyline. Same writer as Dark Detective from the Future State. This is all the lead-in to Future State, so I got the copy A of that and a B copy, and then Batman Black and White. Some of the stories are a little as far as an honorable mention though, but that cover is a cover by with Two-Face. That is just a cool cover. And Scumbag number 6. Love Scumbag. It's kind of the same as Space Bastards. It's just a good, raunchy, pokes fun at everybody. Imagine Captain America with super serum, except for the guy's just a deadbeat loser from a trailer trash drug addict. I mean, just the worst kind of person, but he's trying. And this is the beginning of a new arc. I think number 6 is this one, and it's a new storyline. So a good jumping on point if you're interested in something like that. So that's our top pick of the weeks. Moving on to the skip-its. So my skip-its this week, hopefully there is an image up here because I read this digitally. The one I was the most disappointed in is Alien number 1. I was looking forward to this. I like the first Alien and Aliens. I don't even mind 3 that much, but this story takes place between the end of Aliens and 3, I believe. And, you know, I read it and it was annoying. I didn't like the characters. The art's okay. Then when I got thinking about it afterwards, I thought, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to like the characters. Maybe this is supposed to be something like those 80s horror movies where, you know, Freddy or Jason's out in the woods and about to kill a teenager, but you don't really care because it's kind of a vapid jerk of a kid or somebody anyway, that you just kind of want to like, oh, go ahead and kill this person, you know. So maybe from that perspective, that's how I'm supposed to be taking it. Otherwise, the most personable character in the whole book is the robot, what's his name, Bishop. And other than that, you're like, I wish the alien would just go ahead and hurry up and kill these people, because quite frankly, they're pretty annoying. So, secondly here, I already filed this because I was so frustrated with it after I read it, so I'll just throw a picture up here. Hopefully it's there. Teen Titan Academy. What do I say about this? Something I really wanted to like, a really big spec book for this week. If I have to buy another Red X book because of potential spec, I'm going to lose my mind. And this, if you want a book about kids going to school, superhero, magic, whatever, first of all, go back and pick up some X-Men, since that's who kind of started that, because people keep going, oh, well, this is ripping off Strange Academy. It's like, well, Strange Academy is kind of ripping off, you know, Xavier School. So go back and get some X-Men, or read Strange Academy, which is 10 times better than this, or Harry Potter, anything. But this, if you're looking for bubbles drawn with teenagers sighing in them and giving woke lectures to established superheroes, then this is the book for you. But for me, it just, again, just like the Aliens, everybody in it was annoying. That's my opinion. If you liked it, you know, good on you. But for me, it was a waste of my money. So, move on to some spec books. Okay, starting off with some spec stuff I've picked up between this week and last week when I shot this video. I just happened to be digging through the drawer and found this. I've got a strange obsession with picking up Legacy number 666. I've got Batman with Damian, which is actually a great story. I've got the Fantastic Four with Wolverine and Spider-Man, where they're helping out, and now I just grabbed this Spider Island. This is the Prelude to Spriter Island, and that cover's pretty cool too, just with the Statue of Liberty and the Spider-Man mask. So that's why I picked that up. No particular value, just kind of a cool cover, and Legacy 666. Grab this in the drawer. It was only a couple bucks. Venom Lethal Protector number 5. This has the first full appearance of Phage, Agony, Riot, and Lasher. This is from June of 93. Their cameo is in number 4 with the first full appearance of Scream. So those are both $10 books regularly. They're a pretty good buy, especially if more Venom stuff ends up coming into the MCU. So that's why I grabbed that. We've got ASM 312, awesome McFarlane cover there. Just a battle between Green Goblin and or Hobgoblin and Green Goblin. I think it's from February of '89. That was in pretty good shape. That's why I grabbed that one. Secret Wars number 1. That's not only an awesome Spider-Man cover, but it's the first full appearance of, I want to say, Lucia von Bardas. Is something like that. Lucia von Bardas. I believe it's something like that. Anyway, it's a successor to Doctor Doom. And in June of last year, in 2020, there were rumors that there would be an appearance of Latveria in the MCU, and maybe this particular character. So that was just a potential future spec buy. Iron Man 200 from November of 85. This is, I'll be honest with you, to me, what should be more expensive than it is. It's the death of Obadiah Stane, who's Ironmonger in this, but this is pretty much the exact ending of Iron Man, what kicked off the MCU, and is still, in my opinion, one of the best movies of the MCU run. I just rewatched it the other day. I was like, dang, this held up. This is a good movie. you know, I mean, right there on the cover, you got pretty much the end of Iron Man with Obadiah and the larger Ironmonger in this book, but it's Obadiah in that larger suit fighting Tony Stark. And, you know, to me, it's a $10 book to me, and it should be worth more than that because it's such a good MCU movie, but you can pick it up for next to nothing. And then this is just a cool embossed foil cover of Vision. It's a cool cover. I happened to stumble across it. It's in good shape. It's like I said, the foil, and it's embossed out. If you can see, you know, you got some depth to it. Just a cool cover with all the hype from Vision. I just thought it was worth picking up. So. All right, moving along, the West Coast Avengers. I've just picked up some extras. Actually, I did a trade with a buddy who's been trying to get this whole set, the whole run of the West Coast Avengers, and he had some extras from lots he had bought, and I had an extra Funko Pop, and he needed that, and we just swapped up. These were all extras. None of these earlier ones, 29, 30, 49... 50, kind of a cool Human Torch cover, 84, and 88. 89 with Ultron. And then none of those had any particular value. They're just, you know, extras to have that I had. And then this 94 of West Coast Avengers. This is the first time Rhodey assumes the codename War Machine. So it's the first time he refers to himself in the suit as War Machine. It was War Machine prior to that, but prior to that, Rhodes wore the armor, I think at 284, but he refers to himself as Iron Man in that, even though he's wearing the War Machine armor. And prior to Iron Man 284, where he first wears it but calls himself Iron Man, Stark wears the armor but calls that particular armor War Machine. So I guess the culmination of this is that that's the first time Rhodes is War Machine and refers to himself as the War Machine and not, you know, just another Iron Man or something. I think this came out, I want to see, May of 93, I believe, and in February 2020, last month, Don Cheadle confirmed that War Machine was going to appear in Armor Wars and in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And if you watched that last episode from last Friday, you do see Don Cheadle in the crowd. So that is Avengers, or West Coast Avengers 94. Alright, another lot I grabbed is just what ifs I've had in previous videos that I've been picking these up, just ones I don't have. Again, none of these are any particular value. I liked What If, and then when that series, that animated series or whatever they're planning on doing for that came up, I just been collecting these, grabbing them wherever I can find them, cheap $1, $2 bin things. So I got What If number 1. Number 5, The Vision that Destroyed the Avengers. Oops, sorry. Number 8, Iron Man Lost the Armor Wars. 9, the X-Men died on their first mission. 11, the Fantastic Four all had the same power. Man thing's kind of cool there. And 12, because you gotta love Throg. If the X-Men had stayed in Asgard, I guess that's what, Storm versus Throg there. Just a cool cover. 13, what if Professor X had become the Juggernaut? What if the Fantastic Four had lost the Trial of Galactus? Number 15. 25, I've mentioned before, I always pick this up. This is probably my 5th copy of this. There is a one-page panel here of the Punisher as a Herald of Galactus. So Frank Castle as the Punisher on a big space bike destroying a planet, I think. Obviously a cosmic bike. Obviously, this is where Cates gets Cosmic Ghost Rider. So in my opinion, like I've said before, this is the first appearance of Cosmic Ghost Rider. I know it's not continuity or anything, but it is Frank Castle, the Punisher, as a Herald of Galactus on a giant space motorcycle. So anyway, I love that one. 36, the Avengers battled the Guardians of the Galaxy. 37, Wolverine had been Lord of Vampires during Inferno. Cool cover. 39, Watcher Save the Universe. And I think that's it. So that's it for the what ifs. All right, this is a lot of the Mighty Thor. These first few don't have any particular value, but you can see number-wise they're leading up. 426 to 452. Cool cover. 457. 458. And 459, the first appearance of, what's he called? Thunderstrike, Eric Masterson. This is from February of 93. I guess there's some photos from last month, and I saw them when they came out, of Thor or Chris Hemsworth from Thor 4 wearing a vest that looks like this Thunderstrike vest. At the time, I remember thinking that was a little iffy. Knowing the director, it looked like almost like something the Guardians might have setting in the ship there. So I'm not convinced that he's going to make an appearance. Thunderstrike is going to make an appearance, or Thor is going to be Thunderstrike or whatever. But that's the spec, so that's why I grabbed this Mighty Thor 459, first appearance of Thunderstrike. All right, this next lot and the last lot is a run of Captain America that I got. Got this for a fantastic deal. There's a guy online. He does auctions. If you want to check him out, I've gotten some fantastic deals from him. You'll see here in a second what I'm talking about. I think it's comic_cowboy on Instagram. If you want to check him out, he does auctions every week, and that's where I got this. I also got a number 1 of Heir to the Empire for like $15 from him a couple months ago. I mean, I think that's going for $400 now. So, and I think I got this for about $10. So, this is $339. Captain America, $340, $345, $346, and $354. $354 there is obviously the big dog. It's the first John Walker is U.S. agent. He was formerly, before that, Super Patriot. And if you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier last week, you do see John Walker make an appearance holding the Cap stuff. And I'm assuming that'll all get taken away and maybe he'll become U.S. agent. I don't know which direction they're going to go with that, but you do see the Falcon working with Cap shield. So somewhere along the lines you learn, or you're going to find out that John Walker doesn't have that anymore, and what they're going to do with him we don't know, but that's why this is speccing, and this is going for a pretty good chunk of change. I think it's almost up to $80 or more. It's the newsstand variant. It does need some cleaning and maybe a press, but for $10 I think that's going for, upwards of 80, and who knows with the newsstand variant. So that's why I picked that up, and that's who I got it for. So thanks for tuning in. That's the end of this week's run of stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, hit subscribe or stop by next week. Hopefully I'll have something else. Thanks for stopping by.